Hey there, all you crazy people. I hope you guys are having a fun time at home, not at school, away from your friends. I want to talk about Easter today. Easter is coming up on us. It might be today if you're listening to it on Easter. If you're not, it could be past, it could be tomorrow. Who knows? I don't really know. But Easter's a fun time for my family and hopefully for you guys as well. There's a lot of fun things that we do during Easter. Every year, we get these chocolate bunnies. These aren't little chocolate bunnies. These are giant chocolate bunnies, like giant. Chocolate bunnies are great. I look forward to them every year. I've had them every year since I was a kid. Something our family does. A little secret. I always eat my chocolate bunny way too fast, and then it's gone, and I'm sad, and I have to wait a whole another year for my bunny. But my sisters, they save their bunnies, and I remember when I was a kid, I used to find my sister's bunnies in their drawers, and they would have completely forgotten about their bunnies, but I wouldn't eat them because I was a good brother, obviously. All right, back on topic. So, Easter. There's a lot of fun things we do at Easter. Chocolate, candy, Easter bunny, tooth fairy. Wait, tooth fairy doesn't have anything to do with Easter, does it? Okay. Almost said Santa Claus. Tooth fairy, no, not tooth fairy, Easter bunny. Dinner with family. But today I want to talk about what is the greatest reason for Easter. And to do so, I could either just sit here and talk to you like a news person, but I don't have a suit and a tie, so I'm not going to be a news person today. Instead, we're going to do an experiment. This is a container of water, obviously because it's a container and there's water in it. This container of water represents you and me. When God created each and every one of us, He made us to be clean and pure. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of times when I come in from a hot and sunny day, and the thing that I want more than anything else in the world is a glass of water. And I don't want any murky, gross water. I don't want blue water. I don't want red water. I want clear and clean water. And that's the way God created us to be. He wanted us to be with Him, good with Him, clean, pure, like Jesus, like God. But there's a problem with that. All of us have done things to mess up that perfect, clean picture that God has for us. There was a man named Paul. Paul wrote letters to a lot of people. And one of the letters that he wrote is in the Bible, and it's a letter to the people called the Romans. And in the letter he said, everybody has sinned. Everybody has done bad things and falls short of God's glory. What does God want for you and for me? He wants us to be like this. He wants us to be like clear, clean, pure water. But all of us have done bad things. It's called sin. All of us have sinned. Your sins might be different than my sins. But let's think about some. Maybe you disobeyed your parents. Maybe you scratched your brother or sister. Here's one that I did. Maybe you told your mom that you took a shower, but you didn't actually take a shower. That was like last week. Maybe you were supposed to do your homework, but you didn't do your homework. Maybe you were supposed to be taking a nap. I used to have to take a nap. That was lame. You're supposed to be taking a nap, but instead you were just goofing around. All of these things seem like pretty small things, right? I just disobeyed my parents. I just scratched my brothers and sisters. But look what happens. Just a few drops of this blue, and it's going everywhere. It's all throughout the water now. These little things that we do, just like these little drops of blue go all throughout the water, the little sins that we do that displease God, that disobey God, these things go all throughout our lives. And now look what we've got. Is the water clean? Is the water clear? Is it perfect anymore? No. No, it's like blue. Albeit, it is a very pretty blue. But do you want to drink that? Ugh. Don't answer. There's always that one person that when you say something ridiculous, you say, do you want to drink this blue water? There's always that one crazy person in the back that's raising their hand. Folks, all of us have done things that make it so that we're not clean before God. And that's not good. But, just like there was bad news, there's also good news to go with that. Because God could have just looked at you and looked at me and said, hey, you're looking blue. I don't want you anymore. Adios. He could have done that. But in fact, he chose to not to. And that's why we talk about Easter. See, Easter is a story about a man named Jesus. Jesus was the Son of God. And Jesus came down from heaven, took on a body. 3 days before Easter, he allowed himself to die. Jesus, God, in a body, died. Do you know why he died? He died because he looked at the people around him and he saw that their lives were dark with sin. But he didn't sin. He didn't disobey his parents. He didn't scratch his brothers and sisters. He didn't make his younger sister eat sand pies and then blame it on another sister. Jesus lived a perfect life. And when he died so that those of us who have sinful, dirty lives could be clean and pure again. He looked at you and he looked at me and said, if you will ask me, I will take your sin upon myself. I will take your dirty, colored life and I will take all that dirtiness onto myself because I'm clean, because I'm pure. And that's what he did. He looked at all the people of the earth and said, I will take your sin. And he did. As he lay on the cross, the weight of all humanity was on him. All of our bad things were on Jesus. The person who had lived a perfect and holy life now had all of our bad stuff on him. But you know what? The story didn't end there. But they had to wait. And so just like we had to wait after Jesus died for something better, I'm going to ask you to wait just a moment. And we're going to come back to this because I want to show you something cool. Cool about what we're doing here and cool about what Jesus did for you and for me. So I'm going to pause here for a moment and we're going to come back and we're going to see the reason for Easter, which I think is something that is amazing and awesome to see. So hold your horses. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. I hope you didn't get impatient. This is a long, long wait to get to where we are now. Oh, you didn't actually have to wait? Oh, well, that's great. Look what we have. When Jesus died, he was dead for 3 days. But on the third, something amazing happened. See, Jesus took all of the sins of you and me onto himself. But they didn't stay there. Because he was clean, he was perfect, he was holy. And all of those sins went away. He paid for them. He took care of them. And he came back to life and defeated the power of sin. Defeated all of that bad stuff that had been put onto him. But the coolest part, this container is empty, right? That's not good. There needs to be something in here. And the coolest part about what Jesus did on Easter is not only did he take your sin and my sin upon himself, but he also said, I will give you part of myself. Jesus, who was perfect and clean and holy, he said, hey, I will give you part of myself. So as we celebrate Easter today, sure, there's lots of bubbles and little pieces of dust floating. Who washes these containers anyways? I don't know. This Easter, as we celebrate together, I know that there's going to be a lot of candy, a lot of chocolate, and fun time with your family. But I want you guys to remember something. Easter is when Jesus defeated. He took all of the sins that you have done and I have done onto himself. He cleaned them, he washed them away, and he said, I will have a relationship with you if only you will ask. Maybe you've done that already. Maybe you haven't. I don't know your life. But this Easter, if you have not asked Jesus to wash away your sins, to take all of that blue grossness onto himself and get rid of it, will you do that today? Jesus is offering to clean your life and to forgive you of all the stuff that you've done. And not only that, is he wants to have a relationship with you, and he wants to give you a clean life with bubbles and dust. So I hope that's something that you can remember. And I hope that as we celebrate Easter together, with your family, with your friends, that you'll remember what Jesus has done for you. And you'll remember that that is the real meaning of Easter.